Okay, Sunday night, and here we go. Here are the two premier games. Primetime football, finally. They've got some bangers here. Sunday night football, we have the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Obviously, an important thing here, though, too. No fans for the Saints. No fans. That's really important because we know that home field advantage, especially in primetime games when everybody's been out on bourbon all night and are stumbling into the stadium, barely functioning. We all know what impact that can have on games. So no fans there is going to be it's kind of a big deal, honestly. Green Bay, 2-0. They've looked amazing. Some people think they might be the best team in football. I will not go that far. Defensively, there's still some question marks. Offensively, they've looked damn near flawless. I mean, legitimately, not really even a hole at all in their offense. We are all kind of looking like big fucking idiots for shitting on them for not getting a wide receiver because MVS and Allen Lazard both look really good. Aaron Rodgers looks really good. Aaron Jones looks really good. LaFleur, I mean, at a certain point, you got to give him big ups for his coaching ability because he looks like a really, really good head coach. His record's really good. I mean, they're winning games, right? They're winning games. I know you can question some of his decision making or, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? You know, he's winning games. That's what it boils down to the most. Actually, let me see. Was Devontae Adams hurt? Didn't Devontae Adams get an injury or something? Feeling better, but unsure for Sunday night's game. Okay, so obviously at the time of recording this, that's not helpful at all. Unsure for Sunday night's game. Too early to tell if he can play. That's a pretty big deal because Devontae Adams is a top 3 receiver in the NFL. And without him, can they rely? I like MVS and Allen Lazard as 2-3 options. Is MVS hurt too? Didn't one of those two dudes get hurt too? Anyways, without those, no, I don't. Was it Lazard? But without Devontae Adams, I don't know if one of those guys can step up and be the number 1 option. I don't know why I thought one of them got hurt. Doesn't seem like they did. But from the Saints side, I was so discouraged by what I saw against the Raiders. And I kind of talked about how maybe I'll attribute that a little bit more to them just not really showing up and the Raiders wanting to get a statement win on Monday Night Football, their first game in Vegas. They're playing the Saints. Let's go out and get a big win because the Saints look completely dead. Like everybody outside of Kamara looked like they did not give a fuck at all to be there. But the thing that scares me the most, because those games will happen, right? Those games are inevitably going to happen at some point in the season where, especially these really good teams, where they just don't come out into their fullest. We see it all the time. For the Jets, we see it every week. Drew Brees scared me. Legitimately. Just the fact that he is just so unwilling to throw the ball deep. Just so unwilling to take a shot downfield, to try and test the defenses a little bit. That worries me. It really does. I don't know if he's dealing with some kind of injury or if he's just washed at this point. And last year was kind of the same thing. Last year he wasn't airing the ball deep, but they were so good at running those little short routes, those little intermediate routes. I mean, you have Michael Thomas, who's the best in the world at doing that. Saints fans get really upset for some reason when you say that. It just is what it is. I mean, he's great at running those short routes, and he has amazing hands. So he's a really good short route receiver. Nothing wrong with that at all. But last year he didn't air it out deep. And everybody kind of everyone kind of said, that's just because he doesn't have the weapons outside of Michael Thomas. And again, Michael Thomas really isn't a deep ball receiver. But at least he was accurate on those short throws. And against the Raiders, man, he was missing short throws. He was making terrible reads. He threw a horrific pick. I'm a little worried. Defensively, they looked terrible too, man. They looked absolutely terrible. And again, I might just attribute that to them not showing up and the Raiders really showing up. And then them just getting out coached because Gruden sat down and said, we're going to win this game. So we're going to throw everything we got at the Saints. Because they were running a lot of these Darren Waller was unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. And the Packers don't really have a giant body like that. Tight end wise, at least. Because I know Allen Lazard is massive, right? So I guess I'll say the picks. Brett and I both have the Packers. I think that they just look like the better team right now. Devontae Adams' injury scares me legitimately, and his status will have an impact on this game. But just the way that he's talking, that feels like it could be kind of coach speak, where he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play," but he fully plans on playing. Just trying to throw the Saints off a little bit. I got the Packers. Brett has the Packers. This should be a fun one, though. This should be a fun one. But let me say, if it gets from what we've seen so far this season, if it comes down to a quarterback duel, it's got to be Rodgers. He's literally looked way better than Brees. He's looked way better than Brees. He's airing it out. He's throwing it deep. He's doing Rodgers things. And Brees is just, dare I say, dinking and dunking. And even missing some throws on those dink and dunks. So I'm going with Rodgers. I'm going with the Pack. Brett is also going with the Packers. They look scary, dude. And it sucks because I don't like the Packers at all.